The magnificence of who you are is illuminated, or has been illuminated by your influence, is how this person feels about you. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. So someone sees you for who you are. You don't have to be on a platform or anything like that. You could be, but you don't have to be. However, it could also be how you influence those around you, like your family, your friends, and whoever you communicate with. But this person sees that you have great influence on others, and they feel like that is, I heard, a great measure of who you are, because you are fruitful. When you give a word to someone that can help them and that can stay with them, it is you doing God's work. It's a part of it. It might seem small, however, it's bigger than many may think. I don't know how many times I've came across videos where someone had a note, they left a note after they offed themselves or something like that, and they would say, I just needed someone to talk to. I just wanted, if somebody had to just talk to me. And there's another interesting thing that I saw one time. This woman is a hypnotist. I feel like I didn't say that right the first time. And she was speaking to an entity that was attached to this man. I believe it was an entity attached to this man, and she's on YouTube. I can't remember her name right now though. But she was speaking to an entity attached to this man, and she was speaking to the entity while the person was under hypnosis. And she was basically asking, where is the entity on his or within the vessel? And I believe he said, I'm on his spine. And then she said, why are you? And he said, because he's strong and I've been with him. First he said she's strong. I remember that. And then she asked him, and how long have you been with him? And he said, I don't remember, but I feel like it was 5 years, but it was an extended period of time. And then she was like, why did you choose him? And he said, because he was sad and he was weak. It was easy. The entity was speaking through the man. Now, some of y'all gonna be like, what are you talking about? But this is a spiritual thing. Now, a lot of you probably never heard nothing like this before. And some of you probably won't believe it. But yeah, you choose what you want to choose with this information. And I'm sure you can look it up. Just look up hypnotist speaking to an entity or something. It's a black woman, and she posts her how you say it? Hypnosis sessions. I think that's the best way to say it. And yes, so then, what was the next thing that happened up in there? Oh, she was basically asking what happened to you, asking the spirit that's attached to the man, what happened to you? And he said that he offed himself. I think he said that I don't want to get too deep into it. He offed himself basically. And he said that he was really sad. And the entity said if he had someone to talk to him and just tell him it was going to be okay, he wouldn't have done it, but he ain't had nobody. Okay, now I know this was a bit much. Okay, you could take it or leave it. It is what it is. Because a lot of you are going to be like, what? I know, it's okay. It's just an example to help you understand that what the things that we speak over people's lives, especially if the intention is for healing and to show love and just to treat people like you want to be treated, to practice humanity, that means so much to so many people that actually still appreciate feeling like a human, instead of being just tossed to the trash or treated less than how they feel they should be treated. Everybody gonna do what they want, to each his own. However, when the influence that you have is like this person can see the greatness on you because of your influence. And it's something about the type of people that you influence. You can influence people that have the ability to make a change as well. You see, it's not you can influence anyone within various demographics, but what it's really about is how you communicate is very, I want to say, relatable. People will hear you and they will receive you. If someone else said what you said, another person may not receive them, but because of who you are and because of your presence, there are individuals that won't have any problem receiving you because your frequency is resonant with theirs. So it's like this person just wants you to know that they recognize you, or they're going to want you to know if this is like a future person. But I do feel that many of you are going to have someone come into your life and really express themselves to you about how magnificent they think you are. Like, I know that word might be colorful. I like colorful words. Okay, I like to use colorful words because I don't know, they just feel good to me. So look out for this individual because they're very special to you. This is someone who you won't feel uncomfortable going deep with, like really connecting with them on a deeper level, because you're going to know that they get it. And it's going to make you feel like it's cool to communicate with them, over time. It doesn't have to be anything quick. When the time is right, you'll know. But this is just one of those individuals who could definitely start out as a friend. Maybe it can go, in a different direction. However, it really feels like a friend that is going to tell you about how good you're doing. It's just like this energy of like recognition and acknowledgement. And many people are going to say, oh, I don't need that, I don't want that, I don't care. But that's not the point. The point is someone willing to do that for another person there's something special about that. In a world that's so crazy and chaotic and most people don't care about much of anything. So for someone to take the time to do that is special. I mean, at least to me, I think that is, because the person doesn't necessarily have to do that. And so many people have trouble doing that as well. So for this person to be so open to do that and they're being genuine about it, and at first you might be, looking at them with a side eye a little bit, maybe, depending on who you are. Or you'll just receive it, but still keep your eyes open because, you got to be mindful that everybody's not nice. So you got to be a realist at the same time. But this person feels like a genuine person who just wants to connect with someone on a real level, like something real, where they wouldn't mind having somebody around you to talk to about certain things because they know you'll understand as well. And it just feels like this is, how you just have that friend or multiple friends that they just speak over your life, but so beautifully. Not because many times when people speak over other people's lives, when I hear people talk about it, usually it's like people talking, saying something crazy. But what I'm saying is like speaking love over somebody's life and upliftment, because nowadays people can really thrive from having someone like you around in their own life, as long as they're not someone who doesn't know how to reciprocate, then it's okay. As long as they are not someone who does not know how to reciprocate energy, as long as they are willing to practice reciprocity in the relationship, It's a very special type of individual that doesn't feel less than by sharing something with you about you that they see that they find beautiful, or in this case, magnificent, because I keep hearing that word. And it's really about the impact that you have on other people's lives emotionally. It feels like emotional upliftment. It feels like a breaking of chains. It feels like a breaking of curses off somebody's life. And I just find that beautiful that we could actually do that for one another. Just through speaking to one another. Like, we really can do that. And that's really cool that we could do that. With just a couple of words, you can open up somebody's heart and not really try, but God will speak through you and tell you a thing. And you don't even really know why you're saying it, or you know why, but it just kind of flows because God uses you in that moment. And I just find that so beautiful. I do. So yeah, that's it for this message. If you're resonant with this energy and you would not mind this type of individual walking with you on your spiritual journey, drop it down in the comments below. And also, you can, or I'm sitting here still thinking, so excuse me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. To book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyrose.org. And also, you can join the membership here on YouTube for additional content. So hit that join button, and I will see you on the other side. Later.